Have you ever felt so betrayed that it left a crack right through your heart? Imagine finding out the people you trusted most, your own family, kept one of the biggest events of their lives a secret from you. And yet, you decided to show up anyway. This is my story, and I promise you won't believe how it ends. Before we dive deep, if you've ever felt left out, betrayed, or just love a good jaw-dropping story, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video to help others find it, and drop a comment sharing if you've ever been in a situation like this. I read every single one. Now, let's begin. I never thought it would be my family. You grow up thinking that no matter what happens, fights, misunderstandings, teenage rebellion, family sticks together. They fight for you. They tell you the truth, even when it's ugly. But on that crisp Saturday morning, everything I thought I knew was shattered. It started with a random Instagram notification. You know that feeling when you're just mindlessly scrolling, double tapping, not even really paying attention? That's exactly what I was doing, until I saw it. A photo. My sister, my only sister, standing in a long white gown, a smile that could light up a city stretched across her face, and next to her, her husband. My stomach twisted into a knot. At first, I told myself there had to be some mistake. Maybe it was an old picture, a photo shoot, some random, styled wedding shoot for fun. But deep down, something heavier than logic settled inside me. I clicked the profile. It was her best friend. The caption, "Congratulations to the most beautiful bride, Emily. Wishing you and Jake a lifetime of happiness." Bride, wedding, today. I felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. How could this be happening? How could my sister, the one who used to braid my hair at night, who stayed up with me during thunderstorms, who whispered our shared secrets into the darkness, how could she have hidden this from me? I called her immediately. No answer. I called my mom. Straight to voicemail. I texted my dad. No response. And that was when it hit me. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't an accident. They knew. They all knew. And they didn't want me there. I sat there for what felt like hours, just staring at my phone, waiting for it to light up, hoping for some kind of explanation, some kind of apology, some desperate excuse that would make it all okay. But none came. And so, I made a decision. I was going to show up anyway. Now you might think that's crazy, maybe even pathetic, but you have to understand, this wasn't just about the wedding. This was about the years of feeling like I was the outsider, the afterthought. This was about standing up and saying, I see you, I know what you did, and I'm not going to just sit quietly. I threw on the best dress I had, not white obviously, because come on, I'm not a monster. And I drove to the venue. It was about an hour away, nestled in the countryside. The closer I got, the more my heart pounded. My hands were sweaty on the steering wheel. I kept thinking, what if they kick me out? What if I cause a scene? What if I'm wrong and I ruin everything? But that little wounded voice inside me kept whispering, they didn't want you there. They didn't even think you deserved to know. And that hurt more than anything. When I pulled up to the venue, it was like something out of a fairy tale. White chairs lined the lawn, flowers everywhere, music floating through the warm air. Guests milled about, sipping champagne, laughing, celebrating. And there, under a beautiful floral arch, stood my sister. She was breathtaking. And for a moment, all the anger, all the betrayal melted away. All I saw was my big sister starting a new chapter of her life, without me. I stayed back, hidden behind a hedge like some kind of stalker. I watched as my parents beamed at her, as my aunts and uncles clapped and cheered, as my cousins snapped pictures and posted them online. I didn't belong there. That much was obvious. But then, something strange happened. One of my cousins, Sarah, spotted me. Her eyes widened. She mouthed, "What are you doing here?" And in that split second, I made another decision. I wasn't going to hide. I wasn't going to run away like some dirty secret. I stepped out from behind the hedge and walked towards the crowd. Heads turned. Conversations halted. I felt 100 eyes burning into my skin. I locked eyes with my mom first. She looked like she'd seen a ghost. Her champagne glass tilted dangerously in her hand. Then my dad. His jaw tightened. He gave a small shake of his head like he was trying to silently tell me, leave. Now and finally. Emily, my sister. Her face crumpled, like she was about to cry. But she didn't say anything. She just turned away. And that broke me. More than being excluded, more than the looks, more than the silence. It was that tiny, cruel act of turning he. I didn't cause a scene. I didn't scream or cry or throw a drink in anyone's face. I just stood there for a moment, soaking it all in. The love, the celebration, the happiness, and the cold, hard truth that I was no part of it. And then I left. I drove to a diner a few miles down the road, ordered a slice of chocolate pie, and sat there staring out the window, wondering how it had come to this. Hours later, my phone finally buzzed. A text from Emily. 4 words. I'm so sorry. I didn't respond. Not that night. Not the next day. Not for a long, long time. It took months before I was ready to hear her out. And when we finally sat down, face to face, I asked her the question that had haunted me every single day since the wedding. Why? And her answer? It wasn't what I expected. She said it wasn't about me. It was about our parents. Apparently, they were worried I would make a scene, that my anxiety, my complicated emotions, as they put it, would somehow ruin her big day. And she, exhausted, overwhelmed, desperate for peace, had agreed. She hadn't wanted to hurt me, but she hadn't wanted to fight them either. In the end, she chose the easy road, and it cost us both. It wasn't easy to forgive her. Honestly, some days it's still not. But forgiveness isn't about forgetting. It's about choosing to let go of the bitterness, even when you have every reason to hold on. Today, Emily and I are working on rebuilding our relationship. It's slow, it's messy, but it's real. And if there's one thing I've learned through all of this, it's this. Family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up for you when it matters. It's about who chooses you, again and again, even when it's hard. That day, they didn't choose me. But today, I choose me. If you made it this far, thank you for listening to my story. It wasn't easy to tell, but maybe somewhere out there, someone needs to hear it. Maybe you've been left out. Maybe you felt invisible. And if so, let me tell you, you are not alone. Please, if you related to any part of my story, don't forget to subscribe for more real, raw, honest moments like this. Like this video to help it reach someone who might need it today. And comment below. Have you ever been betrayed by someone you thought you could trust? I'd love to hear your story too. Until next time, take care of your heart. It's stronger than you think.